Mr. Roberts, how are you going today, sir?
Very well, thank you.
So it's nice to meet you. My name is Michael. I'm a social worker here at the hospital. I've been out.
Anyway, Michael, you can call me John.
John? John's
Yeah.
okay? Okay, yeah.
I won't be here long, will I?
Well, probably
No.
not. Yeah, we want to see you get out of here as soon as possible.
Good. That's what I want to see too.
Yeah. So I've been asked to talk to you about figuring out a discharge plan because I understand that you've been in the hospital for a little while now.
6 weeks, Michael. 6 weeks. That's a bloody long time.
Yeah, yeah.
Sick of it.
Time's probably been going kind of slow for you.
Oh, well, it has, apart from, learning to walk again.
Sure.
But, yeah, it's fine. It's time to get out. I can manage now with the walker, so I should be fine.
Okay. All right. So, John, before we talk anymore, I just want to let you know about the confidentiality rules here at the hospital. I'm assuming you've probably heard this before.
About 20 times, yeah.
Well, standard procedure. I have to say it. So anything that you say to me today is just between us. It's confidential with 2 exceptions. If you give me any reason to believe that you have any plans to harm yourself or any plans to harm another person, then those are pretty standard exceptions to confidentiality rules, and I would have to escalate that further. Does that all make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's exactly what everyone else has said.
Yeah. Well,
You're American.
I am American. Yeah. Just moved here.
I can pick that up.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Down in the Southwest region, next to Texas in New
Okay.
Mexico. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Good.
Home of Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Yep. So, John, I have a bit of information in my case notes here about what happened. It shows that you broke your hip at your house and you're lying on the ground for 2 days.
Apparently 2 days, yes. I don't know why. I guess it was a weekend, Michael. Because I normally have the weekend to myself, and I have, care workers come in, support workers.
So community health.
Yeah, they come in. They come in 3 days a week. So I've got them guys coming in Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So I'm assuming this happened. I don't have a lot of memory of it. I'm assuming it happened during a weekend, so that.
Or don't show it happened on Saturday.
Saturday.
Yep.
No, evening, morning, what?
Oh, it doesn't say.
Didn't say.
No.
Okay. Oh, well, that would explain the 2 days, I suppose, because no one comes on a Sunday. Saturday. Oh, have I got the hiccup? Saturday normally my son either comes around or my daughter-in-law comes around. Not always, but regularly. So, yeah. So Sunday normally I don't have any visitors on a Sunday. So I guess that's why that happened. So that's not good, is it?
No. Yeah. So it sounds like you fell and you were unable to get up, so you were just lying there.
Apparently so.
That must have been.
Scary. Yeah, well, it didn't really worry me that much. I was dying for a cup of coffee.
Oh yeah.
But other than that.
Okay.
And I need to go to the toilet.
Sure.
So I think I might have. Wet myself during that time. It was pretty hard to hold that in for 2 days.
Yeah. No.
So
of course.
yeah, I was probably a bit of a mess by the time I was found.
Yeah.
Oh well, you get that, don't you?
Yeah, that would happen. Yeah. Yeah, we all have to go to the bathroom when we do.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
Not good. Anyway.
So before we talk any further, I just want to mention about my role here at the hospital.
Right.
I actually have 2 purposes. The first role is to work with you to make sure that when you're discharged, you are having your best interests served in getting back to the community, and you're going to be happy. But then at the same time, I have another role, and this is a role that everyone else on your medical team has, is to keep you safe and ensure that when we send you out the door, that you aren't going to end up getting hurt again. and end up back here in a couple of weeks or
Oh.
whatever. And that
But
would
you,
that would be terrible if that
yeah,
were
but Michael,
to
you
happen.
can't guarantee that, can you? No matter where I go,
No, unfortunately.
you can't guarantee that. You might let me go, and I might get hit by a bus.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is true. We
So-
can't guarantee it, but we can take steps, given our knowledge about your condition, to make an educated guess about how to prevent it to some extent.
You think so?
Yeah. In fact, speaking to the doctors and the occupational therapists that have worked with you before, it's their opinion that it actually wouldn't be safe. I believe they talked to you about this a little bit already.
They have, and it's all bullshit. I'd be perfectly safe at home. Perfectly safe at home. I'm just as safe at home as I am anywhere else.
Okay.
Where else are you going to send me where I would be just as safe? I mean, it's all level, one floor, I'm not climbing upstairs. Apart from slipping on the floor, that could be fixed up, that could be addressed, I'm sure. What else is there? I know where everything is, I know where the kitchen is, I know where everything is in the kitchen, I know where the bathroom is and the toilet, I know how to get downstairs, there's handrails on the steps. What more do I need?
Well, unfortunately, speaking to occupational therapy, they tell me that they were actually involved in making those upgrades to your home about 3 years ago.
3 years ago when I had my stroke, yes they did, and that's fine, and that's served me very well since then.
Yeah.
So what's changed? That's what I'm getting at, Michael. What has changed to make it any worse now?
So
Because I'm still having trouble walking like I had 3 years ago. All those things were put in place then. Nothing's different. Nothing's my how do I put it? My sense of immobility is no worse than what it was 3 years ago. And you put those steps in place and gave me improvements in the house, and then said it was okay to send me back in there. So now, 3 years later, when things aren't any worse, in fact they're even slightly better, you're having problems with sending me back there. I don't get it.
Well,
You tell me, you're the experts.
Well, first off, you need to understand no one wants to just tell you not to go back to your house just
Well,
to
you all
be...
seem to be. You all seem to be doing that.
Yeah, I understand it can be
instead of
frustrating.
no, I don't know. I know you're doing it through a feeling of care, that you feel that you've got to do the right thing by me. But sometimes the level of care that you're offering is not as good as what it is in my own home. That's my opinion anyway, for what it's worth. I don't know how much you listen to me. Most times you just don't listen to me, you just go ahead and do what you bloody want to do. So just go ahead, Michael, do what you want to do. But I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. Sometimes it does feel like you aren't being listened to by the doctors because, they have a lot of patients to deal with, and
I know they do.
That's where the social workers like myself come in. We try and fill in the gaps, and it sounds, talking to you, like this house is pretty special to you. Do you want to tell me a little?
It's a house. It's my house. It's not special. It's not a bloody palace. It's just a home. It's a 3-bedroom, low-set home that I've been in for, I don't know, when did we move in there? Before I lost my wife. So it's got a good, I don't know, it's a good 10, 15 years. So it's been a long time. Doesn't have any special memories. It's just 10, 15 years. It's a house. But it's my house. That's the point. It's my house. And I'm comfortable there. I know where everything is. So why disturb it now? And why disturb that feeling of home now, after all that I've gone through? I mean, I've hurt myself. I shouldn't have to have all this drama going on in my life. I just want to be left alone.
So I'm hearing you definitely want to try and maintain your independence. That sounds like that's a big part of why you're not too keen on the idea of having to not go home.
And I guess that's what it's all about, Michael. It's the sense of independence that I've always had, and I don't want to give that up. I mean, I had it 6 weeks in this bloody godforsaken hole, where you got to eat at 5 o'clock at night, and you can't have it at 5:30 because we serve this ward at 5, so you got to have it then, like it or bloody lump it, and it's shit food anyway. So they're the things I don't want. They're the things I can't handle. I like to have my independence.
Sure.
If I want to have my dinner at 6 o'clock, I can have it. If I want to have it at 8 o'clock, I can have it. No one tells me when to eat, or when to bath, or when to go to the toilet, when to get out of bed in the morning. Why can't I make up my own mind when I do these things?
Well, I actually completely agree with you that that's all perfectly reasonable. I wouldn't want anyone...
Thank you, Michael. I think I'm a very reasonable person.
I think so, too.
At times.
You seem pretty reasonable, and I can absolutely relate to how that would be frustrating for you. I don't think anyone would want to have their lives dictated to them like that.
Not at all.
That is one of the common complaints of people in the hospital, is having to stick to that schedule. You have to eat at 5 o'clock, whether you like that or not. And did you have many visitors while you were here? I'm just wondering how the time passed for you.
Oh, my son came to visit me 2 or 3 times. Every couple of weeks, I suppose, yeah. And my daughter-in-law came in once. I didn't want them to anyway. I mean, they've got busy lives.
Okay.
And it's a shit of a place to come and visit. So I told them not to come too often. But yeah, they pop their heads in every couple of weeks.
Couldn't keep them
that
away.
was all. Well, I don't know if it's as bad as that. I didn't want them here. They weren't helping me get better. I don't know what they felt. They might have felt they had to come. I don't know.
Sounds like they just care about you.
Probably that as well. Why wouldn't people like me? I mean,
yeah.
What's not to like about me?
Hey, you seem like a great guy.
I can be a bastard at times, Michael.
Yeah, we can all be a bastard at times. It's all right.
Yeah.
So I just want to touch a little bit more about your family. Do you just have the one son?
And I've got another son in Sydney.
Okay.
Joseph, but
do you have any family?
No, he's he doesn't. Don't know whether I should tell you, but he doesn't. He has a partner.
Okay.
But
what's her name?
It's not a her.
Oh, okay. I see.
Sorry.
Yeah. Do you want to talk
yes,
about that?
Well, no, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I couldn't care less. I mean, it's their life and they live it. But his partner's name is James. So they've got a life of their own, and that's fine with me. And they're in Sydney, and he's got a very high-paying job.
Okay. What does he do?
He's something in IT. I don't know.
I see.
Don't ask. Yeah, something in IT. Worth a lot of money.
It would have to be able to afford to live in Sydney.
And to be able to afford to live in Sydney anyway, they've got to make a fair bit of money.
Sure.
Because something's cheap down there, is it?
No.
So no, they've got their own life, and I see him. Look, he'll come up sometimes at Christmas time. Sometimes they don't make it at Christmas time, and they might fly up for a weekend in February or March when he gets his holidays. But I sort of see him, I guess, probably once a year. He tries to make an effort to come up.
Okay.
He's asked me to go down there and see him, and he's offered to fly me down. But I find it's easier if he comes up here.
Okay. Is that just because of mobility issues for you?
Yeah, probably. And I like my house. I don't like moving away from it too much. Sure. Someone might let me back in for some reason. I don't know why, but no. No, I prefer him to come up here. Really,
Okay.
Sydney's too fast for me.
Hectic.
Everything moves at such a fast pace.
Sure. Big city.
I can't keep up. It's a huge bloody place, and it's fascinating when you're younger, but
Oh, I'm younger.
no,
I
for
find
my age, no.
I find Sydney.
Yeah, it seems to be that it does movement for some reason.
That's why I'm here in Brazil.
It's not a... It's a good... For what purpose? Why would I need him?
Well,
I don't expect people to run after me. I mean, it'd be easier the next door neighbour to pop in and say hello to me rather than the son flying up from Sydney for a flying visit.
Sure.
I mean, Jesus, well, why would you do that? And I would never ask anyone. I would never ask a son of mine to do anything like that.
Yeah.
They got their own lives to live. Same as the grandkids. I mean, the grandkids could probably get more involved here as well, but I don't ask them because,
Sure.
you know, they're young men. They're 25 and 28, and
The grandkids.
they've got girlfriends. They've got lives to lead.
Sure.
Jesus, it'd be like me asking you to come and visit. I mean, why would you? You know, you've got other things to do, more important things to do.
Oh, I can always find time to visit you.
Oh, good on you. I'll add you to my list. Yeah, right.
So it sounds like you did get some visits from the grandkids while you were in the hospital?
Oh, no, the grandkids, no, I haven't seen them at all. No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I mean, I do see them at birthdays when we have family gatherings, birthdays or Christmas or something like that. If it's Colin, my son's birthday, we might get together and at their place, and they'll come and get me, and I'll go over there to the house, and the sons will be there. But that's all. But they don't visit me here much. I think I've only seen them here once in the last 12 months.
How does that
And
make you feel?
overall, I've probably only seen them about 3 times in a year.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm happy with that.
You happy with that?
Okay.
Okay, no worries.
They've got a life.
Sure.
They don't need to be around an old fart like me.
Fair enough. Okay. So, you were saying that your wife, you and your wife purchased this house about 15 years ago, and she's not around anymore.
I didn't say me and my wife purchased it 15 years ago. I said I purchased it 15 years ago.
Oh,
I don't know if my wife had much to do with it. But I was married to her at the time we purchased it.
Oh,
But, you know, I purchased it with my money. I didn't ask her to put any money into it.
okay.
But I know what you're trying to say, but it's okay. Just want to correct you.
My apologies.
I don't want you to have any false impressions of what's going on.
Yeah, no, of course.
I bought the house I paid for with my money, and that's it. Simple. That's got nothing to do with our present arrangements, though. That's a long time ago. That's another
So the
life almost. Yeah.
So the house is paid off?
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you pay your bills, like gas or electric, stuff like that? But I see in our case notes that you don't work anymore. Are you
I
on a
don't
pension,
work
or?
anymore. I'm on a full pension.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a small superannuation policy. The last job I had was with Bunnings. I was just working part-time.
What do they have you doing there?
Oh, just stuff. Just directing people. No one sort of serves you in Bunnings anymore. You just sort of ask them where a certain aisle is, or
Sure.
where can I buy a bag of nails, and I'll say, aisle 34B, sir. And then you walk down there, 34B, and then you spend an hour looking around through all the things to buy what you want.
Big store.
So they're huge stores, and that's basically all you're doing all day is directing people. Sometimes you might take them down and show them where it is, and help them if they're selecting something, and help them with the selection process. But mostly just standing around all bloody day. Should have a job, really.
Oh, really? Okay.
But pay the bills, I suppose. Yeah, so no, since I haven't worked for 3 years since I had the stroke. I haven't worked since, but yeah, I get a small superannuation policy.
And that covers the bills, right?
My pension normally covers the bills because, as I say, the house is mine, so I've only got a few groceries to buy. There's only me, so it doesn't cost much for one person to live, It's pretty good. And I don't eat as much as I used to anyway, so that cuts down, and I don't smoke anymore, and I don't drink anymore, don't have sex anymore. I may as well be dead, you see. There's no life left, is there? Once you get to my age, all those good things have gone out of your life. So what's the point? Where was I? I've got off track a bit here. I don't know, Michael. Yes, I have a small super, but I mean, I haven't really had to touch that in the last 3 years since I left. I haven't had to touch that. I've been able to manage on my pension, and manage to pay my rates and my electricity and my water. That's about it. I sort of make sure I put a little bit away each fortnight, so that when those bills crop up, I've got enough there.
Okay.
And I've got a little bit of money in the bank that I can build on, so I just throw it on the bank and pay the bill when it comes up, and Bob's your uncle. But they're about the only 3 bills I've got.
Mortgage is paid off.
Just the house is paid off. So as I say, the rates. So yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
I get by.
Okay. So,
how about you? Do you manage paying your bills on time?
Oh, it's tricky.
But you probably get more money than, you get a bigger pay than what I get, I'm sure.
Yeah, not as much as I'd like, but it's expensive living here in Brizzy.
We never ever get as much as we'd like, Michael.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
That's what life's all about. We never get as much as we want.
Never know.
Or as much as we think we deserve.
That's right. That's it.
Yeah.
So, John, I just want to get back to something you were saying a second ago. You were talking about how it feels like at your age there's just no things that like bring you pleasure and give you like a feeling of a reason to live.
When we talk about sex,
yeah,
and smoking and drinking and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
all the good things in life.
Yeah.
That's all gone. So now I just watch TV and read a good book.
Okay. And
that takes the place of the sex and all the other things.
How do you feel about how those things
What
are?
can you do about it? What can you do about it when you can't have those things anymore? I mean, I know smoking's no good for you, so I thought, well, when I had the stroke, the doctor said I shouldn't smoke because that might have led to the stroke. Or they say that about smoking, whatever you've got. I've found over the years that whatever you've got wrong with you, it's caused by smoking. That's what that'll be the first thing the doctors will say. Do you smoke? And I'd say, yes, I do. Naughty boy I am. Yes, but I do. And they say, well, that's what's caused your stroke. Or that's what's caused your diabetes. Or that's what's caused your weight gain. Or that's what's caused your near-fatal heart attack. Or whatever, you know.
Do you feel like
Everything
it's
gets blamed on drinking or smoking.
Yeah.
Actually, I never blame anything on sex for some reason. They must think sex is good for you.
Good exercise.
But then that's gone as well. That's good exercise. But yeah, that's gone out the window as well. So
Okay.
nothing left except reading
Yeah.
and eating and watching TV. That's about the story of my life. But then I've got used to that. I mean, and you do. I mean, if you have to do without something for long enough, you learn to do without it.
Sure.
So I've learned to go smoking and everything else. So
Was that
that's
difficult?
fine.
Was that difficult for you to quit smoking?
Well,
How long
yes,
were you
it
smoking?
was. I had been smoking for a good 40 years.
Okay.
But I didn't find it all that difficult to give up.
Oh, okay.
Unlike some of the horror stories that I've heard from other people, I actually found it quite easy. Once I got it into my head, when the doctor first told me, I was horrified. I thought, no, this will never happen. I won't be able to do it. But I set myself a time and I said, well, okay, well, I've got a packet of cigarettes here, so I'm going to finish them off first. I'm not going to waste them. So there was no giving up smoking straight away. So I said, I'll give it 2 days. So whatever day it was, I think I said, okay, well, by Friday I'll be out of cigarettes and I'll stop. And I did.
Wow.
Just cold turkey, just like that.
That's impressive.
I had 1 cigarette in my packet, 1 cigarette left, and I said, and I had the second last one on the Friday night, and I said, okay, well, that's it. I'm going to keep this 1 cigarette in case they get really, really desperate.
Sure.
I don't know what's going through my mind. And I put that 1 cigarette in the bottom drawer with my lighter. So that's for an emergency in case I get desperate.
Okay.
And
you
I
haven't
stopped.
had to touch it since then?
No, well, that's 3 years.
That's impressive.
And it's still there. It's probably a stale as shit by now.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe I
You
should.
probably wouldn't even, you would
Maybe
want
I should give it away. Maybe I don't really want it now.
Yeah, or if you do feel
I think I'd
tempted.
have to buy another packet because I really don't think I want to smoke that one. But it's funnily enough, it's still there. And every so often I open the drawer to try and tempt myself.
Just
And
to
I
test
just close.
yourself.
Yeah.
That's great.
And then just close the drawer again. And I know it's there. It's just, I don't know what's caused it, but there's something there that says, okay, well, there it is if you want it.
Yeah.
I don't need it.
That's actually really
And I
impressive.
don't even, I know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I mean, I tried years and years ago, I tried to give it up, and I went for a fair while without them, but I was always wanting to be around someone. Like if you're a smoker, I'd go outside. Oh, you're going outside for a cigarette? Yeah, I'll come out with you. And I'd stand right beside you. I wouldn't have one, but I'd stand right beside you and suck up all the fumes while you were having one. You know, anyone that was smoking, I'd generate myself to and stand beside them at parties. And, oh, that's good. Yeah, but this time I haven't. If I do that, it doesn't worry me, but I haven't had to do that.
No.
You know, I haven't felt the need to do that. It's just
It's been
for
3
some
years.
strange reason it just went out of.
After 3 years of not smoking, the
I
cravings
know.
probably just go away
Yes,
for the
I
most
don't
part.
know.
Yeah.
know why it's happened or how it's happened, but I thought it was just amazing. So, if it continues,
Sorry, it's been 30 minutes.
has it?
Yeah.
Time's up.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael, what didn't we talk about?